Hi Floss Tube, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be my first ever Floss Tube, and this is actually like my first ever YouTube video too. So this is going to be fun. I guess I should start with, my name is Crystal, and I am pretty new to cross stitch. I think I've been doing it for about 4 years now. But in those 4 years I had a baby, so it kind of gets pushed to the side. So it's, you know, I'm not an expert, but I've been doing it for a little while. I actually am just a really big floss tube watcher, and I love what a lot of you ladies do. It's a lot of work and a lot of fun, and I love the way some of you guys kind of look outside the box to do finishings. I haven't actually finished much of anything, like fully finished, so you won't be seeing a whole lot of that. One of these days I'll actually probably get around to doing it, because I have kind of a pile of stuff here, but I figured I'll just go ahead and jump into this. I'm doing this while my 2-year-old's asleep, so I don't know how long this is going to be. This is also like the best place I could do it right now, which is my kitchen. This is my whiteboard behind here for my kids. I have 3 kids. I'm glad I took down all the stuff before I did this. You can see our whole schedule on there. Not that we're doing much right now. So I guess I'll start with something I recently finished. And if you guys are in a lot of the Facebook groups, you might have seen it, because it's literally taken me almost a year to do it. I'm dropping stuff. And I'm on my phone. This is the first time I've ever recorded anything like this on my phone, so I'm like, am I in the right spot? I don't know. We'll see. But I guess a little while ago, probably about a year and a half ago, I decided that I wanted to cross-stitch a bunch of Christmas stockings for my kids. And I let them all pick them out, except for at the time he was only like 6 months old. I picked out his. And they picked out theirs, and I was like, well, I want one. I should probably make one for my husband, too. So we picked out one. So I'm going to have a total of 5 Dimensions kits, Christmas stockings. So this is going to be interesting. But I finally finished one. It took a year to finish it. The second one's going much faster, but this is one. This one's for my baby. He's 2.5. He'll be 3 in November. As you can see, his name is Noah. Let's slowly put it up. Scroll it up. Scroll it up. I love that deer. Isn't that deer cute? It's adorable. I really like deers. Or deer. Deer. Look how cute he is. That tree was kind of weird because there's a lot of white spots in it. So all the white you see in there is not, it's stitched. It's just the background. It's just the Ada. And so it looks like snow. But there's like a huge chunk in there. And that's really how it's charted. I think it looks weird when you look kind of close. But farther away, it's fine. And I will one day make this into a stocking, hopefully soon. Problem is I can't sew very well. I have a sewing machine, but I'm not a great sewer. You'd think it wouldn't be too hard to actually sew a straight line, but I managed to screw it up somehow. If you can't tell, my baby's name is Noah. But this top half was the hardest part to do, because a lot of that is just straight up solid stitching. It's only half stitches, but it still took a long time, especially since this was my first big project. I haven't done any big, this is the first one, so. But I'm so glad it's done. I kind of told myself that when I finish this, I'd make a floss tube. And since I finished it about 3 weeks ago, I figured I'd better make it. If you can't tell, I'm very proud that I finished this. This is not easy because even though I don't work, I stay at home with my kids. I don't seem to have a lot of time because we kind of live on a small farm, so I have a lot of other stuff to do. So that's my stocking. We're not going to talk about the back because it looks horrible. But I will tell you, all this shading that you see here, all this blue, this is really screwed up because the symbols were very similar on some of these, especially like this lighter color and then this darker color. The symbols were kind of similar. So I kind of screwed up. But you know what? It didn't really matter. So as long as you were generally in the right area, and I don't think you'll ever be able to tell. Which is kind of nice. And that's probably the best place to screw up. I got really good at stitching once I got down here. This is also the first project I ever did on Ada. And I'm not very fond of Ada, the feel of it, but it's nice to see the holes because I'm blind as a bat and I probably need glasses. Actually, my husband been telling me I need glasses for years. I just kind of refuse to do it. I'm supposed to wear glasses at night when I drive, but I just don't drive at night. My husband does. Because nobody likes my driving. So I said I was going to start stockings for everyone. So that was for my youngest. Next is my middle kid. He's 8. He picked his. This is what he picked. Y'all, you see this right here? You see all that right there? That's all solid stitching. So all of this is solid stitching from one end to the other. Like, at least it's only half crosses, so it's not that bad. But all of that is solid stitching. And when I say it's a lot of white, this is what I got in the kit. I'm not sure what side my camera lens is on this thing. I don't do a whole lot with my iPhone, so I don't know. This is a lot. I've already used five full strands of this, so 5 of these. So about 30, I guess, individual strands. The thing that's really hard about this particular one is that, I'll just show you the piece, what I've been working on. Oh, good. Sorry, Dragon, I'll move you over. This right here, ooh, this right here, I'm not really liking the coverage, but I'm not going to redo it because I'm not crazy. This is all done with 4 strands. They're only half crosses, but it's 4 strands that I have to pull through these tiny holes. And that is really, that's not easy. Because these holes seem really small on this particular fabric, where the white one it wasn't. I had to get some color in there, so mine's got cardinal. It's only taken me like a week and a half to finish this much. This one's going faster than the other one, though I'm sure once it gets to the bottom, which is down here where all that solid stitching is, it's going to be a pain. But all of these are 4 strands. Is this 4 strands? Okay, so you can see that this is the 4 strands. This is thick. This is hard to get through the hole. I had to get some little finger thingies that you put on your fingers to grip the needle to pull it through because it was hurting my fingers. I was going to show you my cute little one. My husband got me this needle minder for Mother's Day. Where you at? Where you at? There you are. Focus? Focus. Focus. Look, my hand. Is it going to work? No. Darn. There we go. Apparently I can't do the hand trick yet either. I can't remember the name of the lady who does these, but I love this dude. This is the only one I have, and she goes on all my things that I'm working on. Unfortunately, the magnet's not strong enough to hold on my pattern because I stick my pattern right on there because, as you can see, I use rather large hoops. I have a lap stand that I use this in, and I don't like moving my hoop that often, so it's just nicer to have this big hoop. I don't ever have to move it. Well, I will eventually. But this thing's not strong enough to actually hold the pattern on, but I still love her. She's really pretty and pink. And it's funny because I'm not a big pink person, but I do like this pink crystal. And she's got one right in her head. My husband got me that for Mother's Day. It's very cute. So when I want to hold a pattern on my Ada or on my project, I get these strong things. I got this from a bunch of these from, like, I don't know, Joann's or something. And they came in a pack. These things are strong. They hold your needle. They'll hold your pattern. They will actually hold together. Hold together. Let's see if I can do it. Through your thumb. These things are strong. I love these things. And you have to kind of wash them off, though, before you put them on anything. Because they're kind of dirty when you first get them. But that's great for holding on your pattern. My dragon's just kind of decorative. Get back on there. So we'll just stick this little dude over here. Like I said, a lot of white. That comes with a lot of them. These are both dimension kits in case I didn't mention that. I don't know if I did, but they are. And that's a lot. I mean, that's like almost, I mean, you could almost put that on your head as hair. I mean, that's a lot. The good thing about the dimensions kits is they do really give you a lot of stuff. With that previous one I didn't run out of a single color, and I had plenty left over. So that's kind of nice. Especially for people like me who messed up quite a few times, especially in the beginning, because that was my first big piece. So, let's drop that over there. I also have a few small finished pieces that I've done in the past. This one, oh, you know, I should probably look up what this is. But, oh, you're going to get to know something about me. So growing up, I had horses. I showed horses too. Very specifically, I showed quarter horses that were buckskins. I did that for many years. My last horse died when I was 27, about 3 months before I had my oldest kid, who's 12 now. She was a what they call a dun, a red dun, and that's what I changed these colors to for her. And I actually gave her a real tail instead of a stitched tail. That horse's name was Cherry. She's my big cherry berry. She was a huge horse. Can't tell because I'm very short. I'm only 5 foot tall. Why aren't you going back together like you're supposed to? Anyway, so I just cut the strands. She always had this long, beautiful tail, and so I just kind of put it on there. So this is my, I want to say this is Little House Needleworks, but I can't remember. You guys, y'all can remember this stuff. I don't. I'm lucky to remember my name. I got 3 kids. They're all boys. It's insanity. I'm lucky I remember to put clothes on in the morning. So I'm not going to remember the name, but I loved doing this horse. I miss my horses. It's okay, though. Funny enough, my oldest son's actually allergic to horses, so. I also did the sheep. Oh, sheep. Sheep one? What is this? Sheep? As I said, like, I haven't actually finished anything before, and I watched the most recent finishing video from the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, and I think I'm going to do that, because I like the way they finish a lot of the stuff. It might be a little too, like, the bows are a little too big for me, but I can figure that out. I'm sure I might make a smaller bow, but I do love the way they do stuff. That's pretty, too. I haven't looked at this one in a while, because I think I finished this before last Christmas. I don't know. Probably did. I also have... This is going to be funny. So, this one's not done. This is from Plum Street Sampler, the Halloweenies. So this is one half of it, and I haven't finished. So the reason why I brought it out, though, is because on the bottom of the fabric, I have turkey sausages. Those guys, this is one of the project's first project that I bought and completely finished. This thing's probably 2.5, 3 years old now. I think I did this while I was pregnant or right after I had my last kid. This one, I love the colors in this one. And I imagine I should do something with it. I don't know what. I did actually coffee tea dye this one myself. This was just plain 28 count Monaco that I got at Joann's when they still had it. And I did the coffee tea dye on it. And then stuck it in the oven. And baked it. I really like that really does well with these particular colors. Oh, hold on. Halloweeny. I will finish Halloweeny one day. I probably should do that before this Halloween. Probably won't really get to it, though. That's pretty. I'll put that dude over here. Oh, mixed up the piles. You go down there. Something that I've worked on, and this I actually started before. This was one of the first projects I started on, but I've never finished it. And I should, because I really love beading. It's the Electra from Nora Corbett. I remember that one's name. And this poor thing, I think this was one of the first projects I ever bought. And you see, I've worked on it quite a bit. It looks kind of weird because a huge chunk of her face is missing. But I did finish a pumpkin. I got this is all completely done. But as you can see, it's not done. I love beading. So I have several hobbies, and one of the other hobbies I used to do, and I don't do it at all anymore, is I used to make jewelry, specifically beaded jewelry. Ooh, I can see through this. Huh. So I love beads. I love shiny things. My husband picks on me, thinks I'm a shark, a past life, or a barracuda. Because he likes shiny things. One of the other things I started, because one can never have enough hobbies, is I found out about, or I've known about Hardanger for a long time. I've always wanted to try it. So I got a book off of Amazon. It was actually on the Kindle Unlimited. So I was able just to kind of rent it for free. And it had patterns and stuff in it. So I decided to I just started this like 2 days ago. So I did a couple of things. I actually screwed up the Hardanger and accidentally cut too much. So it's a little screwed up. But these were other motifs that were in there. The fabric I'm using is just a 28 count. So, and here's the back. The back on this one's very neat. Oh, there you go. It's like way easier. My husband's about to walk in the door. Hopefully he won't cuss. So this one was from a variegated floss. I just used DMC Pearl number 5. I think it's number 5. Yeah, 5. 5? Yeah. In these, so I just bought a couple of these, put in a hoop, and just kind of played with it. It's really fun. I really like the variegated ones like this. So this is supposed to be a heart, and I don't know how well it's going to come across on screen, but it's kind of weird because they're all, so like this side, right here where my finger's at, and then this side, they feel different. I don't know why. And again, just started a couple days ago. Even have the eyelet there, cloister box. I don't remember what these are called, but that's blanket stitch right here. This is really kind of cool. It goes by a lot quicker than you'd think it would. Faster than cross stitching. Let's put you on that pile. So that's pretty much all I have. And my phone's ringing. Stop ringing. My phone's going to talk to me here in just a second, too. That's pretty much all I have for right now. Phone rings in the middle of it. So I'm going to try and do these every week and see if I can. I don't know if I'm going to have enough stuff to do every week. Maybe next one I'll do, like, know that you're a needleworker tag. But some of that's I'm going to have to do a little differently because, like, the pet one, I don't really have a whole lot of pets. But I do have a lot of farm animals because we're very involved in, like, 4-H, so we have a lot of stuff going on. So that one would be interesting. Also, along with my kids, I kind of have to do this when my 2-year-old's sleeping because he's insane. I love him to death, but he's very loud and very into everything, and he'd be all up on here trying to get you. So that would be interesting. But thanks for spending the, like, 18 minutes of this video. Was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So thanks for joining me with my first floss tube. Bye.